going on, everybody? Better well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to run across this main road. But no need to rush when we can just walk. It is 12:37 p.m. Wednesday, February 28, 2024. Beautiful view. I'm not on the bicycle for once. I just wanted to do something different. I'm always on the bike. The hoverboard before that all summer before I got the bike from my pap. Sometimes it's just nice to walk and take in the view instead of rushing. It's pretty crazy what happened. What was that a couple of days ago? Not just crazy. I shouldn't say it like that. What just happened a couple of days ago in DC was tragic. It was crazy too. I wish the person who did it wouldn't have done it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google man sets himself on fire. Not just a man, an airman. I believe active U.S. naval airmen went in front of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. and lit themselves on fire while screaming "Free Palestine." I don't know if anybody seeing this has seen any of my other videos, but I shared a video on my TikTok that I then brought and shared, I believe, on my YouTube too. That kind of shows the little piece left of where between 1 and 2 million people, depending on who you ask, is all crammed down in. Because they keep getting told to go to different parts. It was just a strip anyways, and now they're at the bottom of the strip. So we're pretty much witnessing like the end of it now. Those that the world refers to as Palestinians are going to be virtually eradicated. I get that there's populations of people who have migrated, have gone other places, who are in the U.S., who are in different parts of Europe, and just all over the place. Like, so it's not like eradicating a whole people, but it is eradicating a whole people, a population of this area. And I just want to remind anybody seeing this that all the maps, it's like prior to World War II and stuff, they very clearly show all of that area as Palestine. All kind of maps from the late, like 1700s, 1800s, before, prior, all the way up until like 1948 is when it started switching up and the maps started changing everywhere, and it's grown smaller and smaller. And I don't know, there's some obvious head-scratching factors. I mean, if you just look at Benjamin Netanyahu, does he look like he's from that region? Now, there's this clip. I don't even know the name of the movie, but it's about it's a Cat Williams clip where he's an actor playing like he's in prison, and his baby's mom brings this little white baby to him and says it's his, and he's like, that baby's like, 2-3 years old, and I've been in here 16 consecutive years. Do I need to explain to you what consecutive means? That's a white baby. He said, I'm going to find I know it doesn't sound funny with me saying it fast like that, but with Cat Williams' voice, he's like, that there is a Caucasian baby from the Caucasus Mountains. That is a white man's child. I'm going to find that soundbite from that movie, and then I'm going to put it over Benjamin Netanyahu's picture, and I'm gonna put it on TikTok. I'm either gonna get a lot of views for it or a community guideline strike. But you know what they say: if you ever want to know who's in charge, just figure out who you can't criticize. So I just wanted to take a moment though to speak on the fact that this guy lit himself on fire. Somebody from the Air Force, the U.S. military Air Force. He lit himself ablaze, screaming, "Free Palestine." Well, Palestine's free. Free to, huddle in a corner and wait for extermination. That's what they're free. Well, they're not free to go left, right, up, or down. Could there really be some kind of like Islamic terrorist in the groups that are that bad that requires what's happened and what's continued to happen? Unfortunately, this airman taking his own life in such a dramatic fashion is like the most logical thing that I've seen on the headlines with all this stuff. And it's all a trap too. All that talk about don't pick a side, and stay above the headlines and this and that and everything, that's a trap too. Because you end up just as guilty as the ones doing it if you clearly are shown and told that's what's happening, but then you still don't pick a side, you still don't speak on it. I'm against any people hurting any other people, but we can clearly see that there is a strong side and a weak side here, and we're at a very urgent point of, we're already way past the point of no return, that if you've supported this throughout this process, repent. But now we're at a point that is extremely urgent for just historical point of views and what we're really going to allow to happen. That's why U.S. Air Force airman lit himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. 2 days ago, screaming Free Palestine. It's because not much else makes sense when you see what's going on. Free Palestine.